It's the Challenge Cup here in, I don't know where, but it is the United States and the Soviet Union. And there is the Challenge Cup right there. It's more of a soccer ball trophy, a weird looking one. And here comes the classic United States coming out here. They are going to play the Soviet Union in a game that was set up, the all-time United States soccer team versus the all-time Soviet Union soccer team. And as they come to midfield, a lot of U.S. soccer, a lot of people here very interested in seeing this game. You can see some of the players for both of these teams are coming out. Some of the legends. I know more of the United States than the Soviet Union. There's the Challenge Cup. It's just one game between these two. There was no preliminary games to get in there. Brian Murray, Davis, Tab Ramos, Kobe Jones up front. Also, Alexei Lawless is back there, Eddie Pope, and I didn't see the goalie there for the United States. For the Soviet Union, man, they are going 3-2-5. They are pushing forward. They want to score early and score often. This game could be an up-and-down, crazy game. And they're getting ready. So the Soviets are getting ready. The United States is getting ready. These are all-time teams. And the teams, I'll tell you what, when it comes down to the all-time tournament that'll start in December, it's going to be really big. So we're underway. And the United States starts it in her own end, going to Goose to Davis. There you see everything there. Over to Davis to Perez. Tries to go forward a little bit much. And here's Davis. Davis will have it on the outside of the box, leaves it to Perez. Perez, and knocked away for the Soviet Union. Here they go the other way. They have a lot of players on the counterattack. Ivanov. Is he just going to let it rip? No, he goes Strautsov. He scores early on, and the Soviet Union early has scored 1-0. Strautsov just comes by and scores early and makes it 1-0. Oh, my goodness. And you can see he's looking to try and pass it in one-on-one, Lawless, and that made it 1-0. Early on there, what a great pass. Wide open, and the Soviet Union goes up 1-0. They're really good. They're a really good team. That's kind of a scary image right there, but they're a really good team. Starts off in the 3rd minute, and it is 1-0 Soviet Union as they start off. So the United States has to do something. Ramos trying to hit it to Murray. And that's going to be headed past, and it's going to be a corner. So the corner kick now for the United States. We're in the 4th minute of play. This is going to be Murray looking inside. He goes. Jones. And inside, a through pass and knocked away. And here comes Ivanov the other way for the Soviets. I'm never going to try and pronounce some of these names. Neto, Streltsov, he has the goal. And over to Medervelli. And Medervelli again. Takes a look over and a header. No good. And number 9, that's Pondelnik. Pondelnik tried to get it. And he couldn't do it. So the U.S. kicks it away. The Soviets controlling this game. Streltsov, Jones to Ramos. Early on, when we go to the all-time classic teams, they will be in a league, and then what will happen is, picked up, Murray save, and nobody there to get the rebound. And Basanov will kick it up for the Soviet Union. So nobody there early on. So Metrovelli to Ivanov in the middle of the shot. Oh, what a save! And just what a save here. Watch this. As the Soviets right now, 2 people on them. Lawless falls down. What a shot. And Tony Meola with the save. We all remember Meola had the tryout with the New York Jets. Here comes Neto. Neto again. That's going to be inside and knocked away, no. Picked up, and Murray again tries to push it forward. And Davis will have it for the United States. 1-0 Soviet Union. And Metrovelli, Stetsov trying to go in front. There's a header, and it's going to be a corner. So here comes the Soviet Union's Neto. He's going to try and get this inside. A lot of neutral site players. You say this is a neutral site tournament. Neto again. Neto would take a look. Neto, inside, no good. And here they go the other way, Voronin. Voronin, I'm not even, there's Jones. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong side. Here's Murray. Murray trying to go one-on-one and gives it to Kobe Jones. Back to Murray. Murray again to Eddie Pope. Eddie on the near side, looking across. He dances with it a little bit. They go inside here. It's going to be one-on-one. The shot is going to be blocked. And here comes Basanov the other way, and Basanov will push it forward. Remember, they got 5 people up front. They're playing the 3-2-5. They're daring the United States to push. And that's what they did early, and they scored that goal off transition. Well, here, if the United States were to tie it, it would go to extra time, then penalties. But the Soviet Union who scored early, and that was a terrible cross, and the Soviets try and push it up again, and here they go, and they got to remain onside. Ivanov, Streltsov, he's a goal scorer, back to Neto. Neto again, Metrovelli. Metrovelli trying to fight off, back to Neto, pushing it inside to the D-man, and back to midfield. They try and go back and forth, and here they go. Here's Jones. Jones again has it, and they're going to go to Koyman. Earlier on, the United States down 1-0. The Soviet Union took it, and they countered, and they scored early. Here's Neto. Neto trying to get it inside, and knocked away. The U.S. having a little bit of trouble as we see this early. It's going to be the D-man, Streltsov, trying to go inside, and a nice save. Here we go the other way. Kobe Jones tries to push it ahead. These are the best of all time. Back and forth to Murray. Murray, and he's held a little bit. No foul there. They might be playing advantage, but that was a kind of a weak advantage there. We're 16 minutes in, 17th minute. And the Soviet Union now trying to take it up. U.S. and the Soviet Union in the Challenge Cup. A preview of, we're going to have some games like this, especially on the weekends. And Pondelnik, and that's going to be a save, Miola. They push it forward, and they go to the near side. Kobe Jones. Jones again, 19 minutes in. Eddie Pope, the defender, he'll bring it all the way. And they'll take it, and they'll give it back, a 1-2 with Eddie Pope. And look at that, Neto just shoves him out of the way, no foul called there. It's almost like watching Rocky. And that's going to be kicked ahead. Here comes blocking. Blocking, the crosser, no good. And, this is going to be Pondelnik. No offside, he backheels it. And it's going to be knocked away, and the Soviets will throw it in. The Soviets won, the United States nothing. It's just the Soviets less passes completed. A shot and a save, Miola. But it's going to be a rebound for Voronin. Voronin again. Voronin pushed aside. Voronin still has it. Voronin the shot, and it's going to be a save. So here in the Challenge Cup, what a day. Doesn't matter where we're at. It looks like a South American stadium. I should pick a name to keep everybody into it. Okay, we'll just call this Bolivia. We're in Bolivia. I don't know why Bolivia. It's the first name that popped in my head. There's so many other great South American cities that kind of came into my head. Here's Kobe Jones. Jones on the near side, trying to head it in, and a save. Yashin with the save, and they kick it ahead. They're trying to go very fast. Remember, they got 5 people that are forwards. Ivanov, a very unusual 3-2-5 situation. The Soviets, very good soccer players. Very, very good. And they go to Kobe Jones. Kobe without the long flowing hair. Kobe is, I remember that, so good on one of the USA's good teams. They're fighting each other. Blockine has it. And, a weird-looking play. And Neto. And it's taken away Murray. And Murray, here they go the other way. Jones. And they get it back to Pope. Pope has touched the ball a lot. And that was just a terrible pass. And over. Again, so tries to get it up. Can't have it. They push it ahead. Here comes Jones. Kobe Jones, they get it inside. The shot no good. Trying to get it out, and they do. And they push it forward. Here come the Soviets again. But a terrible, terrible lead pass. Koyman to Alexei Lawless. They're pushing it back and forth. Here comes Jones. Here's Kobe Jones. This time the U.S. is into the Soviet territory. Daddy Pope. Pope, no good. And it's going to be high, and pushes it again. And Streltsov. Streltsov, the crosser. Oh, header, and it's in! Oh, what a play! Oh, what a play! And the Soviet Union, Metrovelli puts it up 2-0. Metrovelli. One of the all-time best Soviet players. Remember, he was on, I believe it was the mid-70s, when they went to the European Cup Finals and played the Czechs. I think it was UEFA in 76. And Metrovelli puts it in. This Soviet Union team is looking good. They're looking like a team that can go to the all-time, when we have the all-time league and the all-time cup final, it looks like a team that can possibly win it all. Metrovelli with a goal. And now it's 2-0 Soviet Union. The United States has to push a little bit and at least get one back. What a play, though. Metrovelli came through the middle. The U.S. has had some chances. Now that's the thing with the Soviets, is they're pushing it high. The back line of the United States has played well for a few minutes. For a lot of instances, they have played well. And they're going to push it ahead. A goose trying to hit the point man. They look. The cross it they do. The header's way high. Watch this, a goose, and he goes to the corner, and nothing there, really. The header, and it's no good. I mean, that's Brian Murray. You see he's frustrated, and all the United States is frustrated. They're very frustrated. Murray has 3 shots, and Pendelnik has 3. But Murray has 1 on goal, and Pendelnik has 2 on target. And the Soviets are up 2-0. And they push it ahead. And here it is, back and forth, reversing it. It's looking good here. Here's Kobe Jones. They go to Davis. That's going to be a shot and block. That Soviet back line is looking good. They are not pulling back, though. They're pushing ahead, even up 2-0. Calling for it, but not getting it. And the United States will take it the other way. Ramos to Murray. The U.S. has only really had, and that's going to be a foul and a good shot for the U.S. to try and get one back. Murray, his foot was stepped on. They're going to call that a foul, and yeah, look at the disbelief for murdering each other, and right now you call, I step on his foot. So let's see how this goes. Oh, and it's in! Oh, it's in, and that's going to make it 2-1. Tab Ramos. And the United States has cut it to 2-1 here in the first half. A lot of scoring. Look at that. Hit the very top. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. So Tab Ramos scores off of a free kick, and it's now 2-1, an interesting first half. And they kick it back and forth, and here comes Neto. And the Soviets want to make it 3-1 before the half. We're talking about all-time teams. Voronin. Here comes Ivanov trying to push it through, and Eddie Pope is going to knock it out of play. The second corner for the Soviets coming up. And right in, he can't head it in, but it's not out yet. The Soviets have possession. And Basanov trying to hit Voronin. No, it's intercepted, and here comes Murray. He's 1-on-3, though, and it's taken away by the Soviets. The Soviets have all these players ahead. And look at this, he spins around, and back is Shesternayev. And they're going to go into Ramos to Davis. And here comes Davis again, back to Goose. 37th, 38th minute. Here they go, Eddie Pope. Eddie Pope trying to dance with it. He goes inside. And that's Murray. Murray, the shot, and what a save by Yashin. And they're going to hurry this up and post the other way. This is the way the Soviets scored their first goal, as they pushed it ahead. The Soviets go to Voronin. Voronin down to Neto. Neto pushes it again. And that's going to be a shot up close, high and in the air. And Eddie Pope will keep it in play. They push it ahead for the United States. Eddie Pope, and it's going to be taken away. They go to Lawless. Lawless, and he knocks it back to his own goalkeeper, and that's Tony Miola. Very excited to do this game. It's late at night. I'm broadcasting from Thailand. There's no Thai on the scoreboard, so I can't say this is Thailand. Davis. Davis again. It's going to be tipped a little bit. And in front, the shot out. Hits a post. Rebound and knocked away. Oh, they had a shot here. And here comes the Soviets the other way. Blakine. Blakine down to Streltsov. And they're playing the offside line here. And it's going to be in there. Metrovelli. Metrovelli. Oh, and he puts it in. Metrovelli. And it's 3-1 here in the first half. Tony Miola upset. And Metrovelli scores and makes it 3-1 Soviet Union. Oh, Metrovelli. That's exactly what they needed to do, and it's 3-1 Soviets. Just great passing, and the way they're playing is very up-tempo. They got 5 forwards. Of course, you're going to see 4 or 5 goals today. And the United States supporters behind, you can see they're in anguish. It was 2-1 off a free kick, and the Soviets are playing a very high-paced game. Not all, don't get so happy on this. Not all games are going to be like this. Metrovelli scores here. Not all games are even going to be close to this. You know, we're going to have some 1-0 games we got to deal with. The bottom of the screen, you see everything there. And it's going to push ahead to the United States. Davis being held. The Soviets on the other end. They're going to get it back. Ponderelnik, Neto, and of course I'm kind of butchering a lot of these names. Yemenko, Shesternayev. They're nearing about 45 minutes here. The half is about to go. We haven't had the, let's see, the number of minutes. The header is no good, and here come the United States the other way. They're only saying 1 minute. The Soviets keep it in. They shot to save. What a save, and the camera guy didn't keep up with it. It was very quick, and the Soviets will throw it in. So Perez again. He'll push it up to Murray, and Perez will have it. And that's going to be the half. Metrovelli with 2 goals here in the Challenge Cup. It's the difference. The 29th and the 43rd minute, Tab Ramos nailed one in. And at halftime, the score, the Soviet Union 3 and the United States 1. So right now it is halftime of the Challenge Cup. The Soviets getting 3 shots in. Highlights of the first half. Really good as early on, Streltsov. Watch this. This was a counterattack. He goes to himself. He played a one-on-one against Alexei Lawless. Boom, and he is in. And that made it 1-0. So the next one was Murray, 7 minutes in. Murray had his shot at this. One-on-one, the shot, boom. What a save. And that was pretty good. Pondelnik, again, he had it 8 minutes in and was inside, and what a save. He almost made it 2-0 very easy. Miola with a great save. 20 minutes in, Pondelnik. And Pondelnik right inside. Watch this, like back heel. Was incredible. Voronin took this. Watch it was deflected, but right to the goalie and taking it in. Metrovelli now. Look at all these are really counters. And the Soviets playing the counterattack unbelievably well. The United States, remember, the United States, it's different. You know, when there's counterattacks, it's all on instinct. And though there are incredible soccer players here, Murray, no good there. Although there are very incredible soccer players here, it's just when it comes to instincts, the other countries, I'll tell you what, they're a little bit ahead. If it's an organized game, the U.S. is pretty good. Ramos, bam, up and down, and made it 34th minute. That was pretty good. Watch this, bam, high, and goes in. And Tab Ramos, again, the 42nd minute, hits the post. He almost scored a second time. And in the 43rd minute, he almost tied that thing up. And the Soviets playing an up-tempo game. That's a goal here. So, quite frankly, 45th plus 1, Streltsov almost got his second. Boom. What a save by Miola. Oh, that was pretty good. So, Streltsov, so I'm trying to get out of here. There we go. Streltsov, as you're looking at halftime, just had almost another goal there. Looking very good here. And the Soviets up 3-1 at the half and looking very good. There's the attacking areas right here. The ball winning areas. You can see the United States in their own end, a lot of that. All right, we'll be back with the second half. It should be a good one. The finals of the Challenge Cup. Of course, these are the finals. They only play one game. The Spencer Kale Challenge Cup. All right, we're going to start the second half. And that was a little bit too much. That was fast there, and the U.S. will take it to begin the second half. Kobe Jones on the right-hand side. The United States and the Soviet Union. And inside, and that's going to be a save there. Soviets up 3-1. They're still pressing. And U.S. trying to get something off the counterattack here as we begin the second half. Blokhin, Destreltsov, Metrovelli inside, and oh, look at that, it's 4-1. And the Soviet Union is just right now, they are just piling it on. The Soviets up 4-1, and they are going crazy now. So the Soviets, watch this. They go ahead, and it's very close to being offside, but he was on. And Metrovelli has the hat trick. Watch the ball movement, really. Alexei Lawless a little flat-footed, and when you're talking about all-time greats, quite frankly, you're talking about a team, the Soviet Union, that really is one of the most underrated. And Metrovelli gets a hat trick. They're one of the more underrated, really. And they're pushing ahead still. And here they go. And is that going to be a foul? Yeah, it is. And they restart it. The Soviets again, that's going to be knocked back. Voronin tries to go inside, and that's going to be a goose to Eddie Pope, and they get it out. 4-1 Soviet Union. It could have been, oh, look at that. That's a horrible turnover, and the Soviet Union is now a 5-1. Oh, what a turnover. That was pretty bad by any statues. And if you're looking for the all-time classic games, the all-time classic teams, and you're looking at the United States, the U.S. is going to be in the tournament, but it is, I mean, my goodness, that's bad. Miola is furious. This was just really an own goal when you look at it. I mean, who in the world, he read that all the way, and that, I mean, he's thinking, hey, this is a gift. So it's now 5-1 Ivanov with that goal. And the Soviets are still pushing. The U.S. down 5-1 here in the Challenge Cup. There's an overlap there. It didn't look the greatest. And that's going to be a corner. So here in the 51st minute, the header no, and a goose trying to push it inside still. A goose to Perez. Perez, they push it down to Davis. Man, when you look at how different it is, and you look at the separation, you got to put the Soviets up with the Brazilians and the Argentinians, and the Germans and the Italians. There's a lot of teams here that can really put ahead, and the hope was for the what a mistake that would have been. And Davis again to Lawless, and they're just not looking good at all. To Murray. Murray again, and it's going to be pushed ahead. The D-man to Blokhin. And this is just a long day. Really a long, long day if you're not United States. It's 5-1 Soviet Union, and that's not fun if you're the U.S. because that means that later on, I mean, yes, the Soviets are pushing hard. The U.S. has had a couple chances. They did score a goal off a free kick. Oh, right in the middle, and it's going to be knocked away. So that's going to be hit hard. Davis, that's going to be missed. we go the other way. Now here's Podelnik. And Metrovelli. And pushed ahead. Here's Lawless. And Davis. Back to Lawless. Here's a Goose to Davis. And a Goose. And he'll push it ahead. We'll take a quick break. This is the thing about the Challenge Cup is you learn, and one of the things you learn is that whenever you play this, you got to set things to auto so things change. In the U.S., so the Soviets just don't keep hammering the U.S. the way they were. Miola, Lawless, Miola, Koyman back to Lawless. And Perez, and it's taken through. Oh, look at that. Oh, what a miss. Almost. I mean, seriously, that was almost. Take a look at this. That was almost again. That was almost a gimme. That was almost a serious mistake here in Miola as we're an hour in. And they're going to push it back. Blokine, he pushes it up. That's going to be knocked away. They push it inside and a miss. Trying to get it is the United States, and they push it ahead. Here we go to Murray. Jones to Murray, and they go, and here it is, the shot, and it's going to be saved. A nice save there, and the Soviets are going to counter. 62 minutes in, the Soviets ready to counter here. As the Soviet Union has a 5-1 lead. And here come the United States. They're all changing their tactics and looking good doing it. The U.S. wants to make it at least 5-2 here. That's going to be a crosser. The header is no good. Oh, a little dumper, and that's going to be a corner. So the Soviets up 5-1. The United States playing a little bit better. The header right in the middle, right off his back heel. That's the thing, and it's still going to be 5-1. He's telling everybody, hey, you got to settle down there, and just the way it is. So he's had a good day today. The only goal he's given up was that crazy one. And Tab Ramos again, possession. The United States has a lot. And the header, it'll be headed out. Here come the Soviets the other way. As we go into this play, which will be later, oh, that's got to be a foul. No foul there. And the Soviets will throw it down. As we go into group play, the U.S. in the second half has looked a little bit better. Especially since we changed it. That's going to be a shot, and what a save. So just a big save there. I think that was Tab Ramos with the shot. And being held, and what a save there by the left arm. He's a little frustrated at his defense. I would be too. Third corner for the United States here in the 65th. That's going to be a shot, a save, and again they're trying to run this out. Yashin is trying to get it out, and he will. The USSR up 5-1. And this game is, well, the Soviets pushing it ahead. The U.S. needs to get ahead here, and that's going to be a corner. Lots of, you see a Goose in blocking. A Goose, the only connected corner, and that's going to be knocked away. shot there. And that'll be out of the back. So 67th minute, and Tony Meola will have a goal kick here. Meola is just right now. It's all right. Koyman. Perez down to Jones. There's a battle, and the Soviets win it. This is going to be up. It's going to be inside, and nothing there. U.S. 85% of their passes completed. That's because they're short passes, and the Soviets are given these. The Soviets have been playing a counter style all game long, and it's really hurt. Ivanov. Mitrovelli. And knocked away. And they're going tight with Murray. The Soviets are, and the Soviets will keep it in. Kobe Jones the other way, number 12. Jones pushes it ahead, and here they go. They go across, and here they go. That's Davis. Davis to the middle. They can't complete it. Streltsov. It's 5-1. The Soviets lead in the 71st minute. Can't have it. They go into the box, and the U.S. will have it back. Eddie Pope, he's tired. I'm surprised you haven't seen any subs yet. It's 5-1. Either side, I don't think there's been any subs. Pendelnik, oh, what a save, and that's going to be knocked away. But the Soviets still in. The shot, oh, that's in the back of the net. And I believe he has a hat trick now, and it's 6-1, Streltsov. And the Soviets put another one in. Streltsov, you gotta know that it has to be his third, and Streltsov took it right there. Number 9 was in front, and I don't know who he was, but Streltsov came in and knew that he should just put it in, and Streltsov with the hat trick. So 2 Soviet players with a hat trick, and Burns comes in for Pope for the United States. There's a substitution here, and it'll be 6-1 Soviet Union, and here, this is the Challenge Cup. And we thought of this. Uh-oh, could be. No, what a save by Meola. And they're trying to run it up now. The Soviets are pushing ahead. I mean, well, the Soviets understand a couple things. Number one, they want to make sure that if they play the United States again, that they remember this. And that's a psychological advantage. How do you come back from 6-1 down? You know, the U.S. hockey team lost 10-3, and then they beat the Soviets 4-3. Oh, you know, that's number one. But number two is all the other teams. Everybody else is looking at this. Burns coming away with this. And here come the United States the other way. Perez. And he pushes it forward to Murray, and let's see where Murray goes. Murray off the back of the S-man. And the Soviets, with less than 15 to go, they're going to win this Challenge Cup. It's a very big Challenge Cup. The Soviets wanted to play well, and they wanted to beat the United States because, you know, you're going into this, you got to play like Pele in Brazil, Maradona, and Argentina. And there's a lot of, there's just a ton. And that's going to be inside. That's going to be a kick save. He just put that in. It's 7-1. I mean, Ponedelnik put in a rebound, and now it's to the point where they should just start They should just start kicking the ball around and wasting time now. It's to the point at 7-1. The U.S. was pushing people forward, and the Soviets are just right now, that was an easy rebound. This is about what they expected. I mean, the Soviets expected. I didn't think the U.S. would be like this. I did not think that the United States, I mean, they are happy. They're doing everything. Remember, the Soviets' tenet of play is score as many goals as possible, win the game by as many goals as possible, and never celebrate a goal, celebrate a victory. That was Soviet hockey, and the Soviet, soccer team, kind of the same thing. Now, they don't look like world beaters, because I can tell you what, if the Brazilians, all-time Brazilians, played the all-time U.S. team, it would be kind of the same result. Maybe even worse, because the Brazilians are good, but the Soviets showing. That's going to be a save, Miola, and pushed ahead. And look at this, they're going to keep it. Here's Davis. And the United States again. Oh, this is Kobe. Kobe open. Kobe. Oh, and he puts it in. It's 7-2. Kobe Jones. And a good goal there. A counterattack against an attacking Soviet team. When you're leading 7-1, you can still attack and get as many people goals as possible. But Kobe Jones. And he had even a trailer if anything went wrong. Kobe Jones puts it in. The Soviets are getting ready for the international all-time greatest. You're going to have the all-time greatest, and then we're going to have the all-time Champions League. And those teams, both those tournaments are going to be incredible. And Kobe Jones here, the Challenge Cup. Right now it's 7-2, the 80th minute. The Soviets are going to enjoy this Challenge Cup victory. Believe me, it's coming pretty well. They're going to enjoy it because the U.S. is an all right team, but not the greatest. But this is insane right now. And that's going to be a long shot and a save. Wallace. And Murray again. Besanoff. They're playing tough. They're marking tough right now, the U.S., and the Soviets are still playing up. A shot and a save. They believe in themselves. They're not just playing back. I mean, they won another couple, and here come the U.S. the other way. And they give it back to Lawless. Koyman to Lawless to Kobe. That's Jones, but not Kobe. That's Jay Jones. Here comes Ivanov. And they take it the other way. Perez. They push it a little bit far, and they can't make it. So the U.S. is playing a lot like the Soviets. We didn't adjust the meter. It was 5-1. Oh, inside. It's 8-1. Oh, they're just laying it on now. It's 8-2, sorry. It was 5-1, and it's 3-1 ever since the U.S. adjusted. And we put automatic adjustments on. And look at the Soviet Union. They can feel it now. 8-2. I mean, my goodness. The Soviets are just piling it on the United States. Look at that. That's it. That's nothing there. And the Soviet Tony Miola is sitting down going, oh my goodness. I thought if the Soviets are going to win, it would be about 3-0. But when you're talking about all time and the history of Russian football and how much that they have, that's incredible. So Alenikov is on, Neto is out, and Neto comes off looking really good. The Soviets, no names on their uniform. They don't care. They're getting ready. We're going to have some of these challenge cups. And this one is, I mean, it's almost like pro wrestling where you got to wait and pay to see the greatest play the greatest. And right now, we're just a minute or so away from a Soviet win. Going in the United States. I mean, the Soviets are still keep pushing it up. They put it inside the header. It's 8-3. Both teams are, I mean, Murray and the U.S., that's a good one. But both teams are playing as far forward as possible. Right there, he heads it in. Both teams are playing just as far forward as possible. And a header, what a header. They're both playing hurry-ups. It's interesting. You're going to watch the Soviet Union, and they're a team. Everybody thinks of Brazil as the team where it's crazy, up and down, up and down, up and down. But really, the Soviets are the up and down style, very much the counter-attacking. Bocanegra is in. He must have slipped in and didn't see it. And Kobe Jones the other way. Ramos again. Here's Kobe Jones trying to go inside and knocked away. So this will be the fourth corner for the United States. 8-3 Soviets. And that's going to be the header and no good. So the Soviets will have it with less than 2 minutes. Oh, wide open and trying to get another one. Ramos, and here they go to Murray. Murray again, they push it forward. This one, shrugged that one off, and here comes the U.S. the other way. Ramos to Davis. To Ramos. And here they go, they're pushing it up. We're about 90 in. There's probably going to be a couple minutes. Oh, they say 3, but the Soviet Union is going to win this Challenge Cup, and they're going to go crazy because it is a big deal to them. They wanted to come in and look good, and they did. If they would have won 2-1 sloppily, I think the Soviets would have looked at this and said, well, maybe not us, but this wasn't our night. But they won the game. They're leading 8-3. And they're about ready to celebrate winning this. For the United States, well, they got to regroup. They've had a couple good moments here, but a couple good moments doesn't make a whole football game. Yeah, that was a bad error by the Soviets. So if you're the USA, you have a good shot at least, having some moments. You're not all the way out of it. And up and in the corner. We're going to get rid of that match data sign. We're going to learn how to do all this. The first game. And that's it. That is all over. The Soviet Union with all those goals. And the Soviet Union wins the Challenge Cup 8-3. And the United States goes off in defeat. An upset team. And the Soviets win. Now, they didn't show the final or whatever. I got to change that. They didn't show the celebration. But that's what you see here. So I got to get another controller and put it in. Metrovelli wins the star of the game as the Soviets win 8-3. We won't go over highlights. You can watch them yourself. But the Soviet Union beats the United States 8-3 in a game that saw the Soviets win the championship. Of course, there's only two teams as the way win the Challenge Cup. So this is basically a test game. We're going to get this ready for a all-time international tournament, and we will see you then. But the final score tonight, the Soviets 8 and the United States 3.